Because anybody could say anything on social media. I've seen people say things about me on social media, and I laugh at that. But other people, they see it and they get upset by it. You know what I say? You know who you are. Look at your life and look at mine. All right, so it's Monday, 11 o'clock. You know what that means? It's the Chazz Palminteri show. But as always, this week I have my new co-host here, both of them, Tara Tracy.
Thank you.
Comedian extraordinaire, an actor extraordinaire, Kathrine Narducci. Kathrine, you're getting a lot of calls on this thing, Kathrine. A lot of calls.
We never did it. I didn't want to bring it up. We never did the date.
Yes, we couldn't do it. We got so many calls. We couldn't figure out.
Well, we were all very busy.
We didn't agree on anybody.
That's why we haven't been on. That's why they haven't been on. They were still away doing work. So, but we're going to get back to that, I think. Don't forget, go to chazzpalminteri.net to see my shows. My shows are coming to a city near you. All right, so we're continuing.
My first question right out the gate.
What?
We wanted to talk about something. Can we?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
We wanted to talk about something. It's a little dark, and then we could go to your pet peeves. But right out the gate, Tara saw something that upset her. I saw it upset me too. But Sarah, tell us about what you're thinking about. We love Christina Applegate. You all know her from.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah. From.
what was the children's
Married
show?
with Children.
Married with Children.
And she had another great series on Netflix.
Yeah, she. I think
Dead Again.
Dead Again. She was on Broadway, if I'm not. She's a talented young lady. Talented young girl.
So tell us, Tara.
I just saw. I knew she had been struggling, or with MS, I believe she has. Yes. And there was something. It was kind of all over the social media and on the news that she said that she's really no longer enjoys living, and it just broke my heart. That was the caption. And she explained that she just, she's not getting out of bed, and she had, and it made me sad, and it made me think of my own girlfriends. Like she said, a friend came over and laid in bed with me, and it's like, I know I have the right support system that would do that for me, but at the same time, if people had to come to climb in bed with me to hang out with me, and I wasn't enjoying my life, it made me question.
This is
a
public.
lot of
She
things.
put out a video. We're not spreading her.
Yeah, no, this was just something I saw that was kind of over every platform.
Her talking on herself, saying.
Yeah, she came in, and you know what? That was so brave of her. First of all,
Yeah.
how brave.
Yeah,
to
brave.
even acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Like I don't, and.
I'm a little concerned by this because I know other people who have MS, and they live a decent, productive life. Is her MS like
Maybe it's
worse
really
than?
There's all forms. You know who has it? Selena. What's her name?
Selena Gomez?
From
No.
What was the movie? Selma Blair. Selma Blair. I think that is that what she had? I can't confuse it.
Yeah, we don't know, but
I don't
there
know.
are other people
Which
who
is
have
bravery
it.
of people who
But
have these debilitating diseases.
I see people who are very, they live a productive life. I wonder why she's not. Is she seeing the right doctors? Is it a different form that's much more severe?
I don't know. But then you had another question, Tara.
It raised the question for me. I don't know how badly her disease is progressing, and I'm sure.
Yeah.
It can be miserable. But it made me think about something. Maybe 20 years ago, I would have looked at differently than I do now. But the assisted suicide, which is different. They're different
Not
laws.
for her. Tara was just saying.
It made me think of the topic in general. Like there are different laws in every country, continent. Everybody has their own laws. But it made me think about assisted suicide. I know you're, practicing Catholic and all. But it makes you think.
She has no children, right?
At one point, I'm not even sure. No, I'm not even
I
saying
don't even
for her.
think she can't have children.
I'm not saying for her.
She's not saying for her. She's saying
I'm
in
not saying
life,
I'm
if
not
you
saying,
get
I'm
a
saying in general.
terminal disease, cancer stage 4, they say you're not going anywhere. They give you, get your things in order, get the priest, you're going. Can you?
I mean, listen, if you're going to suffer, I guess it's just in general, it could, cancer, you have something that you're going to suffer, disease, like you said, terminal illness. If you have a terminal illness and you're going to be in pain or suffering or
heavy.
Listen, it's a heavy topic, but we did talk about it on the way up
as
here.
Catholics,
so
we believe you can't do that, right, Chazz?
No, you can't. I mean, first of all.
But you also hate to be sick in any form.
Oh, no one's more nervous than I am when it comes to that. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of dying. Excuse me. I'm just afraid of being sick.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know. I think if you have children, I could never do it. No matter how bad I am, I have children. I can't do it. I think as long as there's life,
you'll ride it out to the end.
I'll ride it out to the end. I'll just say, pump me up with all the morphine you have, and that's it.
I don't know. You could say that now, but then if there's something that they say you can,
it could be done with morphine.
Things that are excruciating pain, like you can't. You want to check out.
I guess so. Listen, I hope to God we never have to feel that.
No one here and no one listening. I hope nobody ever has to go through questioning that. But it was a topic that I did kind of think about when to not enjoy living to that degree makes you think of a lot of things. Yeah. Listen, there are people that do with their kids surrounded by them, in a controlled thing. And then I think I was talking about it with John, our producer, and he mentioned something. I don't believe it's in this country, but there were kind of
death pods,
which is a weird phrase.
That's in Switzerland.
Switzerland, yep.
So what is it?
So it's called a death pod. Assisted suicide is allowed in Switzerland.
You go in the pod. I don't know what they fill it with.
It's a 3D printed bed. They must fill it with some kind of gas, but I mean, it puts you to sleep, and it's a peaceful way to go.
No, but you go to sleep.
Yep.
I mean, it's similar to the way they, when you execute somebody, they put them to sleep first, and then they put the drug in. Oh. So.
Oh, let's get off this already.
Okay.
But we want to
it's too late. We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
We are done. Send our prayers to Christina.
You want to go to pet peeves right now?
No,
Are you serious?
No, I know.
Well, we need a little uplifting. Can I give a pet peeve?
Yeah, I got a pet peeve.
Doing these topics on the podcast?
Let's hear your pet peeve first.
I'm not going to let Tara start a friggin' podcast. Oh, my God. Are we in the toilet right now? I mean, what you realize the hole we got to dig out of right now?
The meaning is enjoy every day.
You took out every drop of air out of the room.
Appreciate every day that you have. May you always be surrounded by loved ones, and may you never be in pain.
No, I think we should stay with this topic. I think not just this topic. I think, why is it when someone's dead and that you go see them in the funeral parlor, they say things like, "She looks good."
Yeah.
He looks good. How could that be? How could they look good? What do they mean? You look good as opposed to the way you did look? You look good being dead? I don't understand that. And why is it they look at a person and they always go, he's a good man. And the guy was the lowest human being in the world. I think.
Shit, we're going to go there now, the two of you.
No, I think when people die, you think of all the good things they did. You don't think of the bad things. I think.
Well, man, we're talking about funerals.
Oh, we're in the
death
toilet.
Pods.
No, but we're in the toilet. I say go. If people want to cut off on the episode, that's okay.
No,
it's our show.
Don't go.
It's my show. You want to cut off? Go ahead. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to talk about these things.
Hey, listen. Let's go to this. Live your life like it's your last day on earth, and I don't mean go out swinging off the lamppost. Just appreciate your life. You woke up today. It's a beautiful day. If you're feeling depressed, climb out of it. Talk yourself out of it, and just be happy and live your life. You know what I mean?
Well, I think we can learn. I think that's good. I think we can learn from that. You see people. I was down once. I was in the Museum of Art, and I was walking through there, and I never forgot this. And I broke up with my girlfriend at the time. I was a young man, and I see this guy. I hear a guy playing guitar in the museum, and I say, "Oh, wow, the person is playing guitar." And I walk over there, and I see this guy playing beautiful guitar with his feet.
Oh,
with his feet! I'm telling you, he had no arms. And he had the guitar on a thing, and he's playing it with his feet. And gorgeous. And I'm saying to myself, what the hell am I depressed about?
Wow, that's right.
What because I was looking at all these beautiful paintings and hearing this guitar, and I saw this guy smiling. Obviously, they let him play in there, and it was like flamingo guitar with his feet.
Wow. God bless.
And I was like, wow.
But also the
Amazing.
commitment to continuing to be an artist, like to finding your way. It's not like there are so many people, myself included, that if I was in a situation where I didn't have arms, that you feel like, okay, that's it, it's over for me. And this guy went and found a whole new way to make music. I mean, that's beyond.
I saw a mother just recently on a podcast. I think it's like a little bit of a reality show they're making.
Yeah.
She takes care of like 5 kids with no arms, and you got to see her dressing her kids in the morning for school, putting their sweaters on with her, everything, cooking with her feet, everything. It's amazing.
I mean, some people, those people who do that, I really believe they're saints. They're like sainthood.
Yeah.
They should be like
Living saints?
Living. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean it. I see people who do that, Tara, and I go,
Yeah.
saint.
Yeah.
Adopt 5 handicapped kids and take care of them. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Those people, they're like saints, man. I mean, there's so much like, in this world, I think we forget how to be happy. That's the problem.
100%.
You know what? And I think, what's a bad thing about it is, I hate to say it, but I think the internet sometimes is almost like the Antichrist, I swear to God. I mean, think about it. What the internet does, people text, they don't call, they don't write, people don't talk to each other no more.
Yeah.
And what happens is you start to lose, you lose your skills to work on being personable with other people. I really believe that. And people break up. I asked my daughter once when she was 18. She goes, oh, they broke up. I go, really? Wow. I know she loved him. She must have been upset. I said, would she get mad at him? He goes, well, he texted her. I said, text her? Oh, listen, by the way, I can't see you no more. Text her? She goes, yeah, people do that today, Dad. And I was like, oh. So after a while, you just say, no, I don't want to see this girl no more. Don't want to see you anymore.
It's that easy.
Done.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
Social media too can rip the happiness right out of you with like comparing yourself to other people.
Right.
Like for the most part, people are only posting such positive, happy, assumingly happy
Right.
things, so it makes you feel less happy about your current situation. I mean, not everybody, but it does happen. It does happen that we all fall into but like you said, we forgot how to be happy. And I think sometimes that you hear the Christina Applegate story, or you hear a sad story, and you go, this woman, Kathrine, said taking care of 5 kids with no arms, and it's like, what am I complaining about?
What am I complaining
What am I
about?
complaining? What can I not do? Like it's sad that it has to be somebody else's tragedy that you get this, enlightenment from. But the reality is,
And when you learn that, it's a shame.
When you're
But
older.
God says, God forbid, when you get sick and you come out of it and you're okay, oh boy, do you cherish life. Now, after a few years, you forget about it sometimes. And then you get smacked in the face again. You see, suffering is part of life. If you don't suffer, you'll never learn anything. Nobody learns from success. You learn from suffering. I just watched this thing on TV, all these rap artists and all these NBA players and football players. They all come out of high school, college, 22, 21, making billions, millions of dollars. 85% of them are broke when they leave the NBA and will leave. 85%. And you say, how could you spend $200 million? How? They have entourages, they have the mansions and a beach house and 10 cars. Don't you see that? I'm like stunned. If you just put $10 million in the S&P 500, you'll be fine.
financial advice. He's also a financial advisor, ladies and gentlemen, in case
Could I
you didn't know
talk-
that part.
Could I talk about my pet peeve? I want to get out of all this. I feel
It's
like,
late.
I feel like we're in a
It's-
freaking slump.
Is it too late, John?
I don't think it's too late, and I think
Let me talk about my pet peeve. I'm dying to say.
All right.
All right.
Let's lift this up a little bit.
I know you're gonna agree. You're texting somebody and you're texting like back and forth about something important.
Right.
Okay, back, forth. Then all of a sudden they disappear and they leave you hanging.
Right.
And you don't get that last text. Like, where did you go? We were just talking. Okay, or if you're getting an address, anything, if you're gossiping, if you're talking about just something important,
Yeah.
all of a sudden the text stops and you're like, what just happened to you in the middle of a text? Did you get abducted? Like, why did the text stop
Because
short?
maybe they just got, that's what I mean. You were talking about something important. Now it's personal. The next minute, a friend comes in, they get another phone call, they get distracted. It's over. It's over. I mean, I always go, if it's important, if I do one text, I do like 2 or 3 back, then I go, call me.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Call
Yeah,
me.
me too.
I'm calling you. If it's more
Her
than
and I FaceTime everything.
if it's more than 1 or 2, I'm calling.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I agree. That pisses me off.
Do you have a pet peeve, Tara?
Do I have a pet peeve? I have a ton of pet peeves.
With what? She's the pet peeve king.
I'm the aggressive one, remember?
How about people who FaceTime in public? Like if you're in a grocery store or something and they're really loud about it.
Oh, hate it. Hate it.
You hear the full-on conversation
Don't
from
like
both
it.
parties.
Don't like it.
Like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing in a supermarket? And I got to hear your friend and you talk about some girl. What are you doing? Or some guy talking about...
No, in a restaurant's worse. You're trying
In
to
a restaurant's
Oh,
terrible.
restaurant. No, know what I hate? On a plane when it's quiet and they're about to take off. They're just going to be taking any minute now. And he's like, yeah, no, I told him that. I just want to turn around and go, you realize what the fuck you're doing? Really.
We went from the biggest problems to the littlest
I'm
problems.
giving Jake
in
Paul
17
a call.
minutes.
I'm going to tell them I want Tara in the ring first, and then I want Chazz in the ring. Because let me tell you, Tyson bailed out.
Well,
And that was a big fight of the century. He needs 2 new people. He needs 1 new person. I think we got him right here, Tara.
His name is Jake Paul, right?
Jake Paul.
And he was the one who was going to fight Tyson.
He was going to fight Tyson. Something
Here's
happened to him.
look, I grew up in the fight game, and here's my opinion about Jake Paul. Obviously, the guy could fight. I mean, he can.
Oh, no, he could fight.
He's a legitimate fighter.
Okay.
But, and I say but, and I respect that, and I respect what he's doing. Look, he's giving a lot of people shots to make money, and I think that's good, and he's bringing more attention to the game of boxing. I think that's great. But my thing to him is, if you really, and if you want to continue with fighting these retired fighters, it might be okay. But if you really inside want to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. Fight one of the top 10 heavyweights in the world. Really. You don't have to fight the champ. Fight one of the top 10s. That's my thing to Jake Paul. I tell you right straight up, Jake. I love what you're doing. I think you're talented. But if you want legitimacy, I think you could fight one of the top 10 heavyweights, offer them a deal. I'm sure, you can make a great deal for them and they'll fight you. And you beat one of those guys your age in the top 10, wow. Then people are going to take you real serious.
He only fought retired?
Mostly, if I'm not
he fought
mistaken.
Tommy Fury, who wasn't retired, and he lost that one.
Who did he fight?
Tommy Fury.
Oh, he wasn't retired. But was he ranked in the top 10?
Yeah, Tommy Fury was a world champion, I believe.
No, he's not. No, you're taking a Tyson Fury.
Yeah, that's his brother. But I mean,
Yeah, but
either
he fought
way,
his
I mean,
brother.
he is a professional boxer. And
Right,
Jake
but he
Paul lost
wasn't
to
in
him.
the top 10.
How old is he?
No, he beat him. No, the guy could fight.
He's
I'm not saying-
25. Tommy Fury's 25.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he can't fight.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, the guy's legitimate.
All right, there's your
fighter,
top 10, and he's 25.
but he wasn't in the top 10.
Okay.
Fight a guy in the top 10 heavyweights in the world.
Wow.
And beat one of those guys, and then I'll say, okay,
You're legit.
you got to take
I
this
got to
guy
tell you, I
legit.
saw Tyson working out. Did you see, like he's like a 25-year-old. That guy
Yeah, no, the guy's
is
a beast.
insane.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, the guy could kill all 5 of us in 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Tommy Fury ranks 39th in the entire world.
Okay, I mean, and I respect Jake for doing that. I think that was great. But if you want to be a fighter, you got to start fighting guys, man. I mean, real guys.
But is he a legitimate fighter? That's what he wants
No,
to
I
be?
mean, I don't know. Or you want to be, if you want to just be a show, and that's fine too. But I do like what he's doing for the game. I think he's drawing attention, and I think that's great. A lot of fighters get a shot to make more money when they're older.
And he's got balls of steel to get in the friggin' ring with Tyson.
No, he's got balls, and he's a great entrepreneur. He does a lot. He's made a fortune, and he's smart. Him and his brother, and I my hat's off to them. But if you want to be a fighter, then you got to fight somebody in the top 10. That's only my opinion.
I saw Tyson fight. I saw a lot of great fights, man. I saw Roy Jones in Trinidad, front row. I saw Hector De La Hoya fight Chavez, I think. Who was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What in Vegas. Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah. I love boxing.
Oh, I love boxing.
I
love boxing.
So many great fights I saw.
Yeah, I mean, the UFC fights I love.
You just went, right?
I just went to the UFC.
How was it? You saw our friend Mickey Gall.
I saw Mickey Gall fight.
Mickey won.
No, he didn't win.
I thought he won.
He lost a split decision.
Oh.
But let me tell you something. He came back after 2 years of not fighting, and he fought this guy who was really a tough guy.
Wow.
And to fight a guy like that, and I think it was a split decision, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
I thought they posted Mickey won.
No.
Okay.
But Mickey, he beat him up good, and he beat Mickey up good, and the guy won the decision. But I got to tell you, man, that's one tough kid. Really.
He's tough.
He's tough. Whoa.
And a good heart, big heart.
And a great heart. And my shout out to Mickey Gall.
Yeah.
Him and his wife, they got married.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to see him soon.
Having a baby on the way.
They're having a baby on the way. So shout out to him. And his show, I love his show, man. Slick and thick.
Is it hard to watch that UFC, like in person? Like...
No, it's fantastic. I love it. UFC is actually, I hate to say it, UFC is more fun than boxing to watch.
Wow.
Because there's the submissions.
I can see that.
I see the women.
It's great.
The women scare me.
I mean, you know what? The women, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
scary.
Women, I wouldn't want to fight those chicks.
Wow.
I mean, but, and Gerard, please, I got a shout out to Gerard Michaels, who's slick and thick with Mickey. And those guys are funny, talented, and they're both tough guys, excuse me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoy the UFC. I do. I love it. And we've been fans of the UFC since Hoist Gracie back then. So we loved it, and we loved going. And to be there in person, I got to tell you, it's a great feeling.
Wow.
A great time.
How many fights?
Shout out to Dana White and his staff. They were great. They were great.
How many fights did you see?
I saw all of them.
How many in one night?
Oh, I went there I just didn't go for the main card. My son and I, I have you know, is getting his blue belt.
Ah, congratulations,
and by the time,
Dante.
And by the time this comes out, he will have it. Oh, I hope I didn't overstep my bounds. But he is, so he studies Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, I can't mess with him anymore. He kicked my ass.
Wow.
But, yeah, I mean, UFC is great. Anyway, how did we get on boxing in UFC?
I don't know.
Because I said I'm putting Tara in the rink with Jake Paul.
That's how.
Oh, this was a hot topic on one of your other podcasts. Do you think it's all right to teach women to fight? Like this topic exploded when you did that episode with...
teach women to fight?
Yeah, when you did that episode with Frank.
Professional?
Not professional, just like put them in martial arts or something.
Self-defense, absolutely.
Yeah, professional.
I think that's the best idea.
Yeah.
Why not? Especially today's day and age.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look. I mean, it's, I don't... you got to think about it. Like, I hope this don't sound sexist. Probably will. But, John, you... I mean, when you walk down a lonely street at night in Manhattan, you're not really afraid, right? When I'm walking down the street, me and a friend of mine are by myself, I'm not really, scared. But think of Tara or Kathrine walking down the street on 8th Avenue late at night. It's frightening to them because anybody could just...
We got the Bronx and Harlem talking about.
I know, but
Like I said, you're going in the rink. I'd be shitting a brick. I get scared walking alone.
Because a guy will overpower you. I'm sorry, he will.
They will.
Now, if the woman is trained, she has a shot.
Yeah.
She has a shot to
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah.
You know, an arm bar, a kimura, a kick in the balls,
Headlock.
you know, a headbutt. Just enough to get away.
Yes.
Just enough to get away.
Yeah.
We should go for a class, Kathrine.
We should.
No.
You know, I watched this guy. I love what this guy said. This guy was saying, he's he's got a podcast. I forgot his name, but he said, I encourage parents today, if your kids are, a lot of kids, and I see it now with my, you know, the kids in my family, the little kids, the boys boys are always forced to, you're
Right.
going to play football. No, you're going to play football, you're baseball, something. You're going to be in sports, right? And a lot of the kids, even my own godson, he used to cry, I don't want to go in the morning. And they said, that's the worst thing a parent could do is force your kid to go play a sport or do something that they don't want to do. That's on you. You're putting it on them.
Right.
They said, what will stay with the kid for life is if you do early, put your kids in like jiu-jitsu, like
Yeah.
even 2 and 3 years old, and really get that kid to
Yeah.
grow up fighting, that'll be something in their back pocket as we're talking about now. If they get into trouble,
Yeah.
something happens, and it stays with them for life, and it also teaches them unbelievable discipline,
Yeah.
Discipline.
and respect,
Respect, confidence.
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 There's so
I
much
mean,
in that.
I believe that. It makes me scared though. I can't watch them. Even the kids, my friends' kids do jujitsu. I go like this.
Yeah,
I know,
they could get
but
hurt.
I get nervous.
I,
I'm the neurotic.
you know,
But it could happen with football's the worst. Everybody
yeah.
gets
Football's
injured.
the
Football,
worst.
forget it. The head
Football.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
the head damage they do in football is horrible.
Yeah.
No, but I believe that you should teach it, and we talked about that. You should teach a child how to fight. And I taught my son how to fight so he doesn't fight.
And it's not being macho.
No.
It has nothing to do with being macho.
No. It builds confidence.
Yeah.
I mean, I know if I'm in a jam, you know, I mean, I have always a couple of bodyguards with me, but because they stop it before it gets there. But I had a few calls where I said, all right, well, you know, if I got to go, I got to go. You know, this is it. And there's a feeling of, okay, I'm okay, whether I win or lose, I can handle myself.
Do you have any training in jiu-jitsu or anything?
Not in jiu-jitsu, no.
Boxing.
No, in boxing a lot, yes.
So you think you could handle yourself if 2 guys approach
Two?
you? 2.
Two's a problem. You know, I mean, to hit 2 guys, to beat up 2 guys, you know, it's not like Tom Cruise in the movies. You fight 3 guys. They don't come at you one at a time. They just
Jump you.
they come at you. To fight 2 guys is very difficult.
Yeah.
No. I mean, if you get the jump on them, and if you're a knockout guy, if you can hit one really good and put him out of it, and then go for the other one, but 2 guys, no, I wouldn't want to fight 2 guys. You know, and I'm older now. You know, I mean, I see people that are, you know, I know guys that can fight 2 guys, 3 guys, and jiu-jitsu is a great sport, but it's not for 2 guys either.
Oh.
That's it. They call it the gentle sport. That's like you grab one guy, put him in an arm bar, and choke one out. But you're choking one guy out, the other guy's banging you out. So no.
Yeah.
2 guys is very difficult.
It's like grapple, right? Grapple.
Grappling, but a boxer, if you're a boxer and you can clock one with a left hook and another one, you might punk them out. But it's tough.
Right.
But at least I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I've been hit before, you know. I'm not afraid. I don't fight now.
Did you see that video of Tyson walking around Brownsville? He went to Brownsville 2 weeks ago, and he was just walking around with no security or anything. It's like, that's the guy you don't want to mess with. That's the guy that could
I saw that video.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
could put a few people out at once.
Oh yeah. Oh, he could fight 2 guys.
Like
Yeah.
that guy, I thought he was that guy on the plane that was taunting him and then got hit.
Was
I
he
feel
crazy?
Like people like that want that. Like to me, it was like you deserved that, but even worse, you really wanted
What
it.
did they
so you
get
had
out
a
of it?
story.
Well, they want to
have
sue
a
him.
story.
They want
a
to sue.
story.
Right.
Well, I think
And they want
sued
to
him.
sue him, Tyson.
Yeah.
It's to me, it was like you knew exactly what was going to happen to you.
He's
He
lucky his
sued him?
You're alive.
He's
did,
lucky
yeah.
his head's
He sued
still on his
Tyson?
shoulders.
Of course.
So he agitated him and then sued him.
Yeah, I had a couple of guys like that where they just said, "Hey, you think you're a tough guy in movies? Let's see how big of a tough guy you are now." And I was like, "I'm not a tough guy, bro."
You're an actor.
I said, "I'm an actor."
Like, let's
I said, and I'm not going to make you rich.
differentiate that.
I said that
Yeah,
to him.
yeah.
Would
I
you
said,
say?
Oh, I love that.
I said, "I'm not going to make you rich. I got no."
Yeah.
So I walked away, you know.
Yeah.
But no. I got to hit you, and you're going to sue me? No.
People want a reaction.
They want around
On
it.
social media, too. People want attention. People want you to react.
Social media is a curse, and sometimes it's
blessing.
a blessing. But a lot of times, it's a damn curse. You have all these, people who were assholes before social media. The only difference now is they're bigger assholes.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
whole world knows them as assholes. You know, I mean, you are what you are.
They magnify their assholeness.
Yes, they type things about people and they don't sign their real name. I mean, come on.
Oh, the harshest
Come
words
on.
come from the people with no profile pics,
Right.
Bible verses in their bio.
Because anybody could say anything on social media. I've seen people say things about me on social media, you know, on what do you call podcasts. They didn't like me. All right, so what? I could give a shit. I could give a shit. And I laugh at that. But other people, they see it and they get upset by it. You know, when I say, you know who you are, look at your life and look at mine. You know what I say? Fuck you. Okay? That's what
And
I
on
say.
that note,
That says right. Fuck you. Look at your life and look at my life. So please, whoever they are, and a few of them, you know who you are. So fuck you. Look at your life.
honestly, like
Okay.
Kathrine always says, and I love this saying, and I know some of the things you refer to, they're small potatoes.
Small potatoes. I
Small,
laugh.
I can't stress you.
Yeah.
You're small potatoes.
People go, you
we
gotta
don't care what you say.
Right. I don't care. People say you got to say something. Answer these people.
respond.
You know, this woman said something once. This guy said something once. I go, fuck you. You think that's going to mean anything to me?
To yourself, you're not typing it back.
No, to myself I say
Replying.
it.
Yeah.
But I don't reply. I'm going to give you recognition.
That's what they want.
Right, because you
They
got
want acknowledgement
Yeah, you
from you,
got
Chazz.
12 clicks, 12 followers, and you want to bump into me? No, go make it someplace else, buddy.
Yeah. You know, somebody said something funny about me that I thought was so funny. And I get this a lot, this kind of comment, a political comment. If I comment on something, just say even a movie. Oh, I like that movie. Or I just recently said I love Joaquin as the Joker. The reply to me, who is the least political person, shut up, you libtard. Go vote,
Yeah.
keep voting for Biden. Or I got one that goes, Kathrine Narducci is a hard Republican, extreme right wing.
yeah.
And I'm like, what? I don't ever talk about politics. You don't know me. How the hell do you know who I voted for?
They want to rise.
I'm not even going to comment on who I voted for or what I am, because I don't go around. My mother told me you don't talk religion or politics.
Right.
And listen, I know people go, well, if you're silent, that's worse. But whoever wrote that, whoever you are, people that write things like libtard and this and that, like,
Yeah.
I think that's crazy.
You know
You're
what? Look at
insinuating.
your life and look at her life.
But did you come with me to the polling booth?
No, yeah, they were right there on your shoulder.
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
voted, how do you make such a straight out remark?
Right. Oh, I get lies all the time about me, about this. I'm too liberal. I'm too this. I'm too that. I mean, I go, come on. I'm an independent. I vote common sense who I want to vote for. You know, and I bash the Republicans and I bash the Democrats. I've always done that. You know, I just want people to get along. I sound like Rodney King now, but I want people to get along.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all. That's all.
That's a good place to be.
Common sense. Can we
Yeah.
have common sense here?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I don't know what we did today, but we got to.
We brought up every topic. If you had a topic that was missed in this episode, I'd be shocked. 'cause
I'd be
I
shocked.
think we touched everything.
We touched everything. All right. We're going to see you next week on Monday, 11 o'clock. Don't forget, Chazz Palminteri Show. Go to chazzpalminteri.net. Don't forget to go to my restaurants, Chazz Palminteri on 30 West 46th Street and 264 Main Street. And don't forget to try out the honey pepperoni pizza. Okay, come on, Tara, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be in Vancouver, June 22nd. I'm going to be
At the Italian.
at the Italian Cultural Center, Il Centro. I'm really excited about that. I'll be in July. I'll be in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. And I'll be at Uncle Vinny's June 26th and 27th in Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
And if you never saw her, got to see her. Ladies, bring your husband. She tears it up. She rocks. Kathrine, Kathrine, what can I say?
I'm coming back to Godfather of Harlem season 4.
That's right.
Watch out for, the whole crew, Forrest Whitaker.
I know, and then there's talks that I might be back.
No.
I have to say, it's a possibility. I don't want. I'm teasing, but there's a possibility.
Wow, I love it. The little
I hope
teaser
so. We'll
here.
see.
You heard
We'll
it
see.
here on the podcast.
You heard it here.
Wow, I absolutely, for some reason, I don't know what it was that you were doing. I just had my eyes pinned on your character.
Oh,
I really loved your character.
Thank you, honey.
And I especially loved you and Annabella.
Oh, she was great. Annabella was
to
great.
me is my heart.
Yeah,
I think
she's
she's
great.
like one of the best.
Yes.
I love Annabella,
Love
okay?
her.
And anything she does is real, but you and her together were
Right.
so
Yeah, it was
good.
Well, thank you. Well, that show, I mean, Chris Brancato.
Chris Brancato, that's my boy. I
That's
love
my
him.
boy.
Shout
Yeah.
out to him.
Shout out to Chris, who writes a great show, and Forrest Whitaker and Giancarlo Esposito. What a great
Yes.
cast.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And if you got to check it out on Epix. Great. I think it's on someplace else too. Is it
MGM Plus.
MGM Plus. Great show. Great show.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, John? Are we good?
I think we're good to go.
All right. We'll see you next week.